Good morning, one and all present here. I am M. Kirtna from ECE third year. Now I am going to explain about Sonet in computer networks. Let's move on to the topic Sonet. Sonet stands for Synchronous Optical Network. Sonet is called a synchronous network because a single clock pulse is used to handle the timing of transmission of signals from transmitter to a receiver. And also, a single clock pulse is quite enough to handle the equipments across the entire network. Sonet is a communication protocol that is used to transmit large amount of data to a large distances. Using Sonet, multiple digital data streams are transferred at the same time over the optical fiber. Sonet is similar to SDH, which is abbreviated as Synchronous Digital Hierarchy and is widely used in Europe and Japan. Sonet is developed by Bellcore and is standardized by ANSI. ANSI means American National Standards Institute. Let's move on to the topic Sonet network elements. In this block diagram, we can see about the basic network elements of Sonet. The basic network elements of Sonets are STS multiplexer, STS demultiplexer, regenerator and add or drop multiplexer. Let's see briefly about this network elements. First, STS multiplexer. STS means synchronous transport signal. The STS multiplexer is used in the transmitter side to perform the multiplexing of signals. That is, it converts the electrical signal to optical signal. STS demultiplexer. STS demultiplexer is used in the receiver side and it performs the demultiplexing of signal. It demultiplex or it converts the multiplexed signal into its original signal. That is, it converts optical signal to electrical signal. Regenerator. Regenerator is also known as a repeater that takes an optical signal and regenerates, which means it increases the strength and it transmits to it. Then add or drop multiplexer. Add or drop multiplexers allows to add signals coming from different sources into a given path, or it removes the signals coming from a path to different sources. Then let's move on to the topic Sonet connections. There are three connections in Sonet: section connection, line connection, path connection. Section connection is the portion of network connecting two neighbor devices. Here in this block diagram we can see that STS multiplexer and regenerator are connected in section connection. That is, these two are the neighboring connections. Then line. Line connection is the portion of network connecting two neighboring multiplexers. In this diagram, a STS multiplexer to add or drop multiplexer act as a line connection, which means STS multiplexer, then the neighbor multiplexer is add or drop multiplexer. Hence the line connection is between this. Then next move on to the path connection. Path connection is the end-to-end portion of the network. In this block diagram, the STS multiplexer and STS demultiplexer act as a end-to-end portion of this network. Hence, this between this connection, the connection is named as a path connection. Then let's see about the uses. Uses of Sonet. The Sonet is used to convert the electrical signal to optical signal and then transmit to large distances. And also, as we seen, it is used to transmit multiple digital data streams at the same time. Let's move on to the topic Sonet layers. There are four functional layers in Sonet. In this layer, path layer, line layer, section layer or corresponds to the digital data link layer, and photonic layer corresponds to the physical layer. Let's see briefly about these layers. Path layer is responsible for the movement of signals from its optical source to its optical destination. The movement of signals from source to destination is responsible by this path layer. Then The path layer functions are provided by STS multiplexers or STS demultiplexers. Then line layer. Line layer is responsible for the movement of signal across the physical line. The line connection, the multiplexers connected in the line connections are responsible for this line layer. Then we move on to the section layer. In section layer is responsible for the movement of signals across a physical section. In each section, the section layer is responsible for the movement of signals. Each device in the network acts as a section layer functions. Then we move on to the photonic layer. Among these four layers, photonic layer is the only layer which corresponds to the physical layer of the OSI model. It includes physical specification of the optical fiber channel. If the presence of light is 1, the transmission is enabled. That is 1. And if the absence of the light is observed, the transmission path is closed. Next, we move on to the advantages of Sonet. Advantages of Sonet are it transmits data to large distances, low electromagnetic interference, that is low noise interference or low noise addition, high data rates, it transmits high data at the same time, and large bandwidth, very high efficiency, it is very high efficient, and demultiplexing is easy. The demultiplexing of signal is very easy. Then let's move on to the drawbacks of Sonet. More overhead is required, that is, more intermediate memory or intermediate device is required. Bandwidth efficiency is a problem at higher capacity. As the capacity goes higher, the bandwidth efficiency becomes very low. Low cost effective for low channel numbers. As the channel number is very low, the cost is very inefficient. Sonet or SDH network management system is not well equipped to handle the DWDM dense wavelength division multiplexing method and management. This Sonet service comes without an interoperable standard. It doesn't comes with the interoperable standard, so the manufacturer have to create the matching equipment for this Sonet. Sonet equipment can be highly expensive to install and maintain. So it is very high expensive to install and to maintain these Sonet equipment. These are the drawbacks of Sonet. Then let's move on to the applications of Sonet. The Sonet is used in the application layer for broadband synchronization transmission of data such as voice, video, etc. In this physical layer, broadband transmission of data like video, voice, and live conferencing, etc. Sonet transfers data in the form of IP packets, ATM cells, Ethernet packets, and so on. Sonet transfers data not only in its original form, it transfers in the form of IP packets, ATM cells, and Ethernet packets, and so on. I hope you understand the concept of Sonet briefly. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.